The year 2026 is already shaping up to be a massive one for horror fans, especially after how strong and memorable the genre turned out to be in 2025. Among the most talked about upcoming releases is Undertone, a supernatural horror film from A24 that has been quietly building serious buzz since its festival debut. Early reactions suggest it offers something genuinely fresh, which is always exciting in a genre that often leans on familiar formulas. The story centers on Evie, a paranormal podcast host who returns to her childhood home to care for her dying mother. Known for being a skeptic on her show, Evie is used to analyzing strange recordings sent in by listeners. However, things take a disturbing turn when she begins to experience unexplained events herself. What makes the film especially unique is that Evie is the only character who ever appears on screen, and almost the entire movie takes place inside her mother's house. This creates a deeply intimate and isolated atmosphere that pulls the audience directly into her perspective. The director, A24’s, has explained that the concept of the film came from reflecting on what truly scared him growing up. He pointed to The Exorcist as a major source of inspiration, not because of its specific plot, but because of how it handled fear on an emotional level. What made that classic so effective was its ability to take something safe and familiar, like a home and a child, and turn it into something terrifying. That same idea drives Undertone, which transforms the comfort of family space into a source of constant unease. Instead of relying on traditional horror tropes or visible monsters, the film focuses on psychological tension and subtle dread. The fear comes from watching a rational person slowly lose her sense of safety in the one place that should protect her. By limiting the cast and setting, the movie creates a claustrophobic feeling, making every sound, shadow, and silence feel more significant. Sound design plays a huge role in building that tension. Just as The Exorcist used unsettling audio to enhance its most iconic scenes, Undertone leans heavily into sound as its main tool for scares. Since the main character spends much of the film listening to paranormal recordings, the audience experiences those same sounds alongside her. This makes the viewing experience feel immersive, almost like wearing headphones and being trapped inside her mind. Because of this approach, Undertone seems perfectly designed for a theatrical setting, where sound can fully surround the viewer. Rather than shocking with gore or jump scares, it aims to slowly get under the skin through atmosphere, audio, and emotional vulnerability. That kind of horror tends to linger much longer than quick thrills. While many modern horror films reference classics, Undertone appears to be inspired by the deeper emotional logic behind them. It doesn't try to copy what made earlier films successful on the surface, but instead builds on the idea that true horror comes from corrupting what feels safe and familiar. If the early buzz holds up, this could easily become one of those quiet, unexpected hits that people keep recommending long after its release.